All right. Hey, hello, Norman. This is Mr. Anicle. I teach physics there at the high school, and I have the pleasure of speaking today with 3 Norman alumni who are going to share some scheduling advice with you in advance of when you're going to be scheduling for next year's classes. So why don't we just get right into it? If the 3 of you could just introduce each of yourselves kind of briefly.
My name is Rachel Milkey. I graduated from Norwin in 2019. I'm currently a sophomore at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm in a dual degree program with neuroscience and rehabilitation science with a minor in chemistry, and I'm on a med route. And I just kind of wanted to help you guys with scheduling and stuff, because I know I had a lot of questions throughout high school of like, is there a better option that I should be taking? What classes should I take? I think it can just be really overwhelming. So we thought we'd share our experiences and anything that we have to offer.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine Dermis. I am in the School of Nursing here at Pitt, and I'm also trying to get a global health certificate. So I'm in a 4-year nursing program.
Okay, excellent. Thanks. Thanks, Christine.
Hi, my name is Natalie Dermis. I graduated in the class of 2018. I am currently in the pharmacy school at the University of Pittsburgh. And my inspiration, I really think that this club would be beneficial because I was the first one in my family to go through everything. So we kind of want to be your big sisters to help you through this scheduling little mishap. I can't talk.
No, that's fine. That's great. That's great. And what Natalie is specifically referring to is the intent is that this video might be sort of the lead-in to a larger program that they're hoping to volunteer with to provide a more structured environment for mentoring in an assortment of medical fields as high school kids are prepping to move into college or whatever post-secondary route they want to go to. So this is our beta test of the concept, if you will. So, all right. So our intent is to, again, as high school kids, I know your kid time is valuable. So what we're going to try to do is hit a couple ideas that we sort of talked about in advance, and we'll get some perspectives from 3 different people. I think a lot of times they'll sort of line up, but they have all different fields that they're going to be studying, so there might be different perspectives as well. Also, I'll note that, again, as you can see, each of the 3 of them are on track for a 4-year degree program. There are similarities and differences for those of you who might be thinking like a 2-year degree through like a community college program. I've done a little bit of research on that, and I'm going to add a little bit extra at the end of the video for anybody who's maybe thinking they want to go through a community college route instead. A completely viable and very cost-effective option for a lot of people as well. So, but I think a lot of things that you guys are saying also apply at the community college level as well. So, so we'll get right into it, and in sort of some pre-interview questions with you guys. A thing that came up a lot is the debate of AP Physics, or there it is. I said, I don't need AP Science. It could be any AP course, any AP Science versus say college and high school. And I know you guys have a lot of strong opinions about that. So why don't we go into it? But let's make sure we specifically, I think a lot of kids are familiar with the AP program. Again, that's a national program where we basically import curriculums into the high school. And then at the end of the year, you take a test, and based on how well you do on the test, it's a test you have to pay for, but based on how well you do on the test, it's possible that colleges will offer you credit towards those specific or related classes. So generally, but again, you guys have some opinions about it as well, but a program specifically that people may not know as much about is the college and high school program. So I'll let you guys state your opinions on one, both, or the other, and it doesn't matter to me what order you go into.
Okay, so to start off, both AP classes and college and high school classes with credits will help you tremendously in college. If you've already taken or gotten AP credits in one class versus instead of getting a college and high school credit, then don't fret. There's many advantages to both. College and high school is where your high school class creates a college level course for you, and you through another university, such as Seton Hill. I know is a common one at Norwin. So Seton Hill will provide the course load and all of the requirements for that class, and then you pay a smaller fee compared to the college level to get the same credit for that course, and that can be applied to colleges, and you can use that towards the classes that you're taking in college. For example, a chemistry class, or a better example is stats. If you got a stats credit with college and high school, then that could potentially cover a statistics credit that you would need in your college. But look into your interested schools. If you have a school in mind, you can go to their website and look at their accepted transfer credits. So they'll be able to tell you if they'll accept credits through Seton Hill, Pitt, or wherever your class is offered. They'll also be able to tell you if your AP credits will transfer into your school. And if not, you can check with your guidance counselor or call the school's admissions if you have a school in mind. Another factor is depending on your major. So potentially majors may not accept AP credits to replace a class, but they could accept college and high school credits. So you can use those somewhere and just try to check websites and things like that. For example, a biology major, they might not accept a biology AP credit because they want you to take that biology class at that specific school. So it really just depends on major and school. Another great option, which I did personally, was the dual enrollment program. So you can, your senior year, you can take a class through Pitt or Penn State Greater Allegheny or WCCC, and courses like freshman courses are offered online with COVID. So you can look into that, and that's a great way to get a jump start on your classes and get a great number of credits under your belt.
And they talk with their guidance counselors about getting that squared away. Okay.
They should be able to check in that kind of information for you.
All right. Natalie and Rachel, you guys have anything else to add to the AP college and high school debate? Nothing.
I do not.
And I would say, so it's sort of cost-wise, generally speaking, so probably AP's the cheapest because you just pay for the test. But if you don't do well on the test, it's one test, and if you don't do well on it, that's it.
Right.
I'd say college and high school, those tend to be more expensive, like hundreds of dollars, but you're not dependent on just a single test. It's your, and that actually goes on your transcript, if I'm right? I mean,
yes, it does.
So, all right.
Yes,
and then
it goes straight onto your transcript.
And then I would say dual enrollment is probably more expensive than high school.
So when I did it, I took a 3-credit class, but I only paid for 1 credit. So I got it for a third of the cost.
All right. Which is still not that's still
not cheap.
Yeah, but a third off is a third off is a third off. Okay.
Yeah.
While we're talking about the AP courses, and again, you guys can, as a high school student, you can ask specifically in guidance, like which college and high school courses are available. I know the program changes a little bit every year, so but the AP curriculum is pretty well fixed, I would say. What do you guys have? Any preferences or advice in terms of what AP courses kids could be looking at?
Yeah, so for AP, I think any opportunity you have to take any AP science course or AP class in general would be beneficial. I definitely think taking 2 science AP courses could be very helpful because any science course you take in high school will be applicable to any sort of science course you take in college, regardless of your major. Because most programs are going to require that you take at least 1 semester of biochemistry, physics, organic chemistry, biochemistry. And so all of those are related. So if you can try to take as many as you can, it'll do nothing but help you. But obviously, that being said, that is very difficult to fit into a schedule. So you can't go wrong with either. I know something that we all took 1 AP science course our senior year. Natalie took AP chemistry and Christine and I took AP bio. And I kind of wish I took AP chemistry as well, just because I personally have to take so many chemistry courses and I'm a minor in chemistry. So that's something to like definitely look into. But then again, I also do have to take physics, so it would have been beneficial to take AP physics as well. So I think just any opportunity you have to take an AP science course, it's really, really going to help you in college and be adjusted to a rigorous course load, a faster pace. I just think it's a great idea.
Natalie, you took AP Bio then?
I took AP Chemistry.
Oh, okay, sorry, okay.
Yeah.
And you feel that was a good investment for you too?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that compared to other people, it was so great. So what Rachel also didn't include is that you can sometimes get credit from the AP and skip those classes. So Rachel, she was able to not take Bio 1 and she went straight into Bio 2. I retook Chem 1, my first semester of Chem, and I had a great background and I did well in the course because I knew all the content and I was familiar with it. So I think that it was very beneficial. I mean, we all kind of agree that if you can squeeze 2 into your schedule, it would be beneficial because you can have even more background in 2 subjects. But obviously we all took 1 and we're still successful. So just try to fit an AP science course into your schedule.
And then I would say when you guys were saying too, the idea would be start junior year. So in junior year, you're eligible for AP Chemistry. Also, AP Environmental Science also is a great course, pretty multidiscipline as far as that goes. And then based on the curriculum flow, AP Bio, could that be a junior level class too? If you can take it as a junior. All right. So either of those, technically you could start your junior year, take that. Now again, it is like you guys said, you make a sacrifice to fit that into your schedule. It's 2 periods every day. And then AP Physics is exclusively senior because you don't take the regular level of physics until junior year. And again, there is even something to be said, taking an AP course outside of what you're thinking about doing, with the intent of using that to like get something off your plate for later on. If you're not going to be a physicist, they won't mind necessarily giving you your physics credit for high school because they're like, well, you're not really going to need too much of it anyway. So.
Another junior level AP class that we highly recommend and is fairly common is AP Psych.
Right.
So psychology, almost every freshman has to take a psychology class. So if you can take AP Psychology, it's a great background to have for any major, and it's another potential to get a head start on your classes.
Okay. And is that a full year course?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So and you're eligible to start taking it as an 11th grade.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's an excellent thing in the mix too. So, good. All right. So that covers AP, college, and high school. Let's switch over to the math side of things. Also, then, what's your guys' take on math classes kids should be thinking about looking towards a possible medical career?
So in high school, I think just based on how you started. So there are definitely varying levels of math that you're at your junior and senior level. But the 3 AP courses that you can take in math are AP Calc, AP Stats, and AP Calc Bc. So we all took AP Calc our junior year. Well, me and Rachel took AP Calc our junior year. And if you can get the credits for Calc, some majors do accept Calc credits. So some majors do require Calc. Majority of majors do require Stats. So we think that's very beneficial if you take AP Stats. You can do AP Stats, or you can do Stats has college and high school through the University of Pittsburgh, which is also very beneficial. So you can get credits for that and not have to take it at the college level. And then there's also AP Calc BC. So I took AP Calc BC. I loved it. And I think that it was very beneficial. I loved Mr. O. I think that it was a great course, and especially since we said with the AP courses, it will definitely prepare you for college. But some majors don't require you to take an upper level math class. So that's one thing to take into consideration, and that's also a point that we said is to try, if you know what schools you want to, or you know prospective schools, research that and see what requirements you have.
Okay, and just real quick to clarify, all three of you guys are down on Pitt campus right now in a public library right now. So,
Yeah,
so just that thing. So they're all in a large sort of public area. So in theory, if somebody walks through, they might mess up.
A security guard was knocking on the window
Because
assuming to tell us to put a mask on, but we'll avoid that for now.
All right. So and again, you guys are alone in the room, and you guys are all spaced out like 20 feet apart. I saw.
Yeah.
So.
We also are roommates. So.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, we kind of if we
all right, fair enough. All right. Okay. So then, so on the math front, the idea is keep pushing forward with your math, as high level of math as you can take. Keep doing that, and don't overlook the idea of statistics. In the medical field, statistics is used all the time everywhere. So definitely, that's a pretty valuable one too.
Yes, and even so, we another point is that Christine, for her nursing curriculum, she wasn't required a calc prerequisite, so she didn't really need credit. So she took normal calc, and it was still good. Obviously, she still got into the nursing school, and it was great. So that's another point to look into your programs, look into your schools, look at the websites. If you know what you want to do, it's always good to get a jump start.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That sounds great. Perfect. All right, so we've covered the AP classes, both math and science. What about other stuff that maybe sort of Norwin centric? What kind of other classes do you guys think people might want to take that could be of assistance moving forward with a medical career?
I was just going to say in general, it's really important to be like a well-rounded student as well. So although like STEM classes are very important, you do want to hit those other subjects as well. Like language, for example, it can be super beneficial. You can always minor in it, use it to study abroad, use it for so many opportunities, especially in the job front. So I know we all took languages. I loved it. It's something that I was passionate about. And I continued into college for a little bit. So I think taking classes, if you're something that you're passionate about, try to continue with that as well, and take classes that will make you well-rounded and not just math and science for every single course you take in high school.
All right.
I know Norwin also offers classes such as exercise, physiology, physics and medicine, science research. All of those are also really great options.
All right. And then do you guys have an opinion about the anatomy course as well?
Yes, so I was one of the ones, I was lucky enough to fit in my schedule a full year of anatomy. And we all agreed that in whatever pre-health curriculum you're going to have, there's basically going to be an anatomy course. You're going to have to know the basics. And anatomy has done a good job at giving me the starting point of my career. And I think that if you can try to get a full year of anatomy, it's definitely the best option. But if you can only fit one semester, honestly, it's fine. But we think that anatomy was very beneficial, and it could be very beneficial in the future.
As a nursing student, I did not take anatomy in high school because I thought, well, I would have to take it in college anyway, so why take it in high school, which definitely was a downfall of mine. So I took all of freshman year, I had anatomy class with anatomy lab, anatomy lecture. So it was a lot of anatomy, and it definitely would have helped me out to know all the bones and the muscles and everything that I could have learned in high school with a lot lower pressure than here in college. So other students definitely had an advantage if they had taken anatomy in high school. So I would definitely recommend.
Right. Yeah, and again, like anything that you guys do, that you at least even get your feet wet in high school, it just gives you a chance to hit it that much stronger in college too. And where the stakes are higher and the bills are more expensive, and if you can, anything you can get a little more comfortable on with some high school experience, definitely takes the pressure off in college when you feel like you're not, maybe you start a little bit ahead on the track from everybody else if you go in with some other background.
Yeah.
Good, excellent. All right, we are approaching the 20-minute mark at this point. So I wanted to say, is there anything else that any of you individually want to make sure you sort of fit in? Now, again, the idea is this is just really the start of a conversation. The hope is, we're going to try to follow this up with an opportunity for like a web chat with you guys where people can maybe tune in after school sometime and ask you guys more specific questions.
So we have some general tips.
Right.
So I was one that I did not like scheduling because I was always afraid that I was going to regret the choices that I made. And honestly, looking back, don't stress. And also balance is a key. So one of the things that we said is mental health definitely matters. So you don't have to take all of the AP classes, all of the honors classes. It's not necessary, and you have to balance your stress and what you think you can take. Also, we said that you'll be successful no matter what classes you take. There's not a perfect schedule. We can't make up a perfect pre-health schedule for your major and say that this is going to be perfect for you. You have what you're passionate about, and you have your limits on, say, math is more difficult for you, so you want to take the easier math. That's perfectly fine. And we also just want to say that there's no right or wrong path to college. Obviously, all of us have taken completely different classes in high school, and we're still successful right now in our pathways that we're taking. So don't stress.
Anything else, Christine or Rachel, you guys want to add as a general grab bag here?
I would say to definitely take those art and other classes like that you think are or interest you. I know art used to be one of my hobbies, and I definitely wouldn't take away taking that drawing and painting or anything like that, even though I knew I wasn't going to do anything with it in college. It was a nice something nice to take in high school that I definitely wouldn't regret.
And I think just going off of that, like Christine said, it's those elective classes that are going to make you stand out when you're applying to colleges and make you unique and something that you're passionate about and something that you can talk about. So just don't forget how important the non-STEM courses are, because everyone has to take those maths and sciences at some point. So you might as well take something you enjoy as well with the time you have. And just hitting off what Natalie said too, like there is no perfect schedule. So if you don't take a ton of AP classes or honors classes, it will be okay. You'll still get into college. You'll still be successful. That's not what defines success. So just try to relax and enjoy like scheduling while you can.
Okay, awesome. Hey, well, again, on behalf of the high school, I appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate that you reached out to us, hoping to try to be big sisters to people that are looking to pursue that. I like it. I like the idea. I think the name's already taken. Maybe I think we might. But I like it anyway. But in terms of moving forward again, just to summarize, just if you have an interest in the medical field, do a little bit of research. The decisions you guys make, even starting in 10th grade, can actually iron out a lot of wrinkles moving forward and set you up for success later on, and maybe a few less study halls and a few more electives and other things to that effect. So Rachel, Natalie, and Christine, again, thank you so much for your time. You guys are great ambassadors for Norwin at Pitt, which is a great school, I have to add anyway. So it's fantastic. HTP.
We agree.
And again, if anyone who's watching this video, if it's still March 2021, there might still be an opportunity for you to catch the three of these ladies on a webcam. Come with your questions, and they'll be happy to address those as well. And we hope to be seeing more of the three of you moving forward. Hopefully, we can grow this program and really help the kids who want to succeed in the medical fields.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys. Hey, and I just wanted to add a quick couple note or two to the end of that discussion, specifically for those of you who might be considering a 2-year associate degree from community college to launch into a health career. And again, I don't profess to be an expert, but what I do understand is a lot of times those 2-year programs can stretch into a 3-year program because you don't have the appropriate prerequisites ready to go. So if you're thinking about following high school with a program at a community college, really check out their programs ahead of time. See what kind of prerequisites are required to get into their program, and make sure you're trying to get those courses either here at the high school or maybe taking them on your own in the evenings, so that when you graduate from high school, you're ready to go right into their program and get done in 2 years. Save yourself a year's worth of tuition. And just generally, as far as those programs go, and I just sort of looked at the website for WCCC, but probably CCAC have similar requirements as well. If you're interested in nursing or radiology, both programs are recommending that you have taken high school algebra. They're also recommending that you take both high school biology and chemistry. Now, both of those with the labs. So if you say, I've already taken biology as applied biology, that doesn't come with the lab. So you want to take it at the academic or honors level. They'll want you to have basic level English classes, basic level algebra classes to a large extent. If you're interested in, say, medical sonography, that includes, in addition, you're going to have some anatomy under your belt. You're going to need some algebra. You're going to need a little bit of physics. So depending on what program you want to go into, if you plan ahead a little bit, you might be able to get either the stuff you need here at the high school, or make sure that you get arrangements ahead of time so that when you graduate, you've got all your prerequisites ready to go. But a little bit of research goes a long way, so you're not surprised when you graduate and find that there's some things that you could have done a little earlier to get you out of college a little bit faster. All right, thanks again for watching, and good luck with scheduling for next year.